Where is Aaron right now?
Well, we're heading to the Gulf of America.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Welcome to Galveston, Texas. Galveston Island is a barrier island located off the southeast coast of Texas, known for its beaches, rich history, and vibrant culture. Stretching approximately 27 miles long and 3 miles wide, the island is a part of Galveston County and is situated in the Gulf of Mexico. The Gulf of America. Galveston, Texas is a coastal city located on Galveston Island along the Gulf of Mexico. Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, you come to Galveston, Texas, and you're interested in a few things, right? You're interested in beaches, you're interested potentially in bars, you want to know about hotels, you want to know about restaurants, and then maybe some tourist things, right? Some things about the local community. So let's get right into it. We'll start with beaches. When it comes to beaches, you've got like the East End Beach, which if you need facilities, bathroom facilities and things like that for your family, that's a great beach. You have to pay to get on. You can drive your vehicle out, but then you have to park on a sandy part of the beach and kind of walk out to where you're actually going to be at the beach. Then you've got the whole Seawall Boulevard, right? And I'll put a map in to show you all that. That Seawall Boulevard, you can pay to park through the app and park right there, haul your stuff down the seawall, out to the beach, right? But that's a little noisy, a little road scenario, might not like it. Now, this is the ever so greatly named, it's like beach access number 2. It's off of Seawall Boulevard. It's just past Woody's. It's on the West End beaches, so it's the opposite of the East End beaches, which are great for family. But if you look around here, you can come out here, you can park on the beach, and there's Chesty Puller, that is. And here's the beach. You see all the cars up and down the beach. There's Woody's right there in the background. This was traditionally the wife and I's date night beach. We would come down here, pull out on the beach, and about dark, everybody would leave. We'd have a Bluetooth speaker, and we'd throw on a little Texas country, and we'd get the two-stepping out here under the moon. So, great beach. Doesn't have the facilities though, right? So, like if you need restrooms and things of that nature. But if you want a beach that gets kind of empty, this is really handy. So, there's all kinds of these little beach access roads. If you go down this seawall, this is at like 7.5 mile road, okay? But it's easiest to remember by the landmark, and that landmark is Woody's. You can see it in the background there. Woody's is a bar, been here for years. But as you go down, you can go down past, and there's numerous beaches just like this. This just so happens to be our favorite. Some of the other beaches aren't as wide. Now right here, you've got a nice wide berth, right? So a lot of range to pack, a lot of place to park your vehicle. The other thing to be aware of is that there's soft sand in parts of this beach, right? So if you have a 4-wheel drive, don't get overly confident. I've seen 4-wheel drives stuck here. I've seen everything. I've seen somebody leave their vehicle, and I've seen the tide start to like carry it out and reclaim the vehicle. So just be cognizant, this is the ocean, right? Or this is the Gulf of America, I should say. It's not the ocean, somebody will correct me. But this is the Gulf of America. And when that water comes in, it will pull your vehicle out. And so, or it will just sink your vehicle if you're parked too close. That's the more likely of the scenario, right? And then you have to get a tow truck, and that whole thing's a big pain. So don't do that. But beware of the soft sand. Just kind of look for the darker sand is typically more packed down, the sand that looks wet. And then you can see in some of these where you got these lighter spots of sand, right? And that lighter spot of sand, that'll get a vehicle stuck in a minute. So You know, and these beaches are forever changing too. When we first came out here, these dunes in front of, between us and Woody's, those dunes were like 8 foot high. But, you know, erosion, everything else changes it. That's the beaches of Galveston. That's the high level overview.
Okay, so you're going to start off here at the east end of Galveston. This kind of go down the beach here, and then you've got, you're going to come up on Seawall Boulevard here, and then off to the left, right up about here, you're going to see Murphy's, great shopping location, and then right after that, you're going to see the Galveston Island Historic Pleasure Pier. As you scoot a little bit further down, you see all the hotels off to the right. This is all your Seawall Boulevard beaches, and there's plenty of beaches there, a lot of parking. And then as you scoot down further, when you get off the seawall, right there is the beach that we go to.
So, down here on the Strand, and one of the things I mentioned that I always talk about when I talk about Galveston is the history. And this was the spot where the Juneteenth started, where they were, you know, the people that were enslaved were informed sometime after that they should have been freed. And so they have a mural to that here, and you got to appreciate that. It's a beautiful mural. Significant history here. And you got to appreciate that they commemorate that type of thing. I like history. You know, whether it's good or bad, I like to know about it. And Galveston's all about it. Might be time for a beer. Bruchacho's Taco Cantina. Gonna try the fried avocado tacos. I have not had an avocado taco in a long time, probably since California. So I really dig places like this. You got Bob Ross on the TV, and you've got some absolute bangers playing for music. It's just a little tiny spot off the Strand. I've walked by this place so many times and never actually came in. And thought I'd check it out, but yeah, great playlist. Tiny little bar, very personal. Well, I'm a salsa snob, and this is top of the line salsa. Very good. My wife makes like some of the best salsa in the world, so it's hard for me to get salsa when I'm out. So I gotta say, the avocado tacos, absolute hit. I rarely eat vegetarian tacos, but my body's having a sensitivity to meat right now. Oh, it is what it is. But these tacos are absolutely banging. Bruchacho's, Tacos and Cantina, Galveston, Texas. Come here, you will not be disappointed. Good beer, very friendly staff. We got Blues Traveler playing. You kidding me? Banging food, a beer, and Blues Traveler. I'm good, Bob. So this is Bruchacho's. Just give a little idea of the ambiance here. And the one thing I will say about myself is I am definitely a taco snob, and I'm very hard to please when it comes to salsa. And this place seriously hit it out of the park. On top of having a killer playlist, like avocado tacos are the easiest thing to screw up, and this place just handed me some bangers. Just absolutely delicious. So great service, and it was not expensive either. So good tacos, quick beer. I needed some food. I appreciate it. I'm here for it, as the kids say these days. So one of the unique things about the Strand is you can walk around with an open container here, which, you know, as an Irishman, is greatly appreciated. For the gram. This Riondo's, it's in an old bank building. There's like a vault seat in there you can get. It's a restaurant, kind of like, I'd say American cuisine, but highly recommend that place. It's got, they did a steak just absolutely perfectly. And yeah, the wife's food was incredible. Everything about that place, the service was impeccable. And some of the better service I probably had in Texas, actually. I would say maybe the only place that felt a little bit higher end was A Taste of Texas in Houston. And them boys, they get on some steak. But they got a lot of little cute boutiques and that type of thing. Good shopping for the women and good drinking spots for the men. So, or if the women enjoy the drinking and the men enjoy the shopping, whatever the case, right? Everything's kind of shutting down right now because it's like 6 o'clock on a Sunday. So I'm gonna wrap this up, head back and get the dogs fed. This is the magic colors of Galveston. My camera, unfortunately, probably will not do it justice, but yeah, it's magical. Those colors, absolutely beautiful.
There is a nice bagel shop here in Galveston. It's the Galveston Bagel Company. And it's the breakfast spot that the wife and I usually hit up when we're here. So while she's sleeping, let's go get her for some breakfast. And let's show you a little bit about what this bagel shop has to offer. So they have a breakfast and a lunch menu here. Pretty good bagels, and they also got some pastries. The coffee shop is in the back. You have to order that separate. But to give you an idea of the bagels here. And highly recommend the breakfast bagels. So yeah, this is the Galveston Bagel Coffee Company section back here. You know, they got your typical espressos, macchiatos, and all the typical things you'd expect to see. And the coffee is actually quite delicious. Highly recommend. And the people are really cool here too, so makes it easy. It's a good thing. Marshmallow mocha, highly recommended. If you like a sweeter mocha, they have pretty good coffee here though. I try to, wherever I go, to go into a local coffee shop, and you know, Starbucks is great when I'm on the road, but at the same time, if I'm in a new location, I like to find a local spot and kind of visit that. And that's what the Galveston Coffee Company is. And there's a bunch of local art here on the wall, which I really appreciate because it's some really good photography. So, got a cool ambiance, and they got an outdoor seating area as well. It's a cool little spot. Nice breakfast bagel sandwich. Good fuel for the day. Let's check it out. Very tasty. Yeah, if you're on the island, Stafford is pretty cool. Good local spot. And it's not like filled with tourists typically. Not that that's a bad thing, because I'm a tourist, but it's a nice place. And Good ambiance, good staff, good service, and delicious food and coffee. Can't live without it. So, it's the outdoor seating area here at the Galveston Bagel Company, and I have a little food scenario over here that apparently happens, I think, a little bit later at night. But yeah, Galveston Bagel Company. Highly recommend this place. Wife and I have been coming here for years. Totally dig it.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the historical neighborhoods of Galveston, Texas. If you're interested in history, architecture, or just looking for that great shot to post on the gram, Galveston has got some cool areas to check out. I've shown you a little bit of the Strand. This area is famous for its well-preserved 19th century buildings, which house shops, galleries, and restaurants now. The Strand was once the commercial center of Galveston and played a crucial role during the cotton trade. You've also got the East End Historic District, and as a part of that, you got the Silk Stocking District. This area is characterized by Victorian-era homes. This neighborhood is known for its beautiful architecture, including the famous Bishop's Palace. The East End reflects the wealth of Galveston that it experienced during the 1800s. The Silk Stocking District is a notable part of the East End. It's recognized for its stunning collection of Victorian-era and early 20th century homes. It earned its name from the affluent residents who once lived there, many of whom were involved in the cotton trade and other industries. The district is now a designated historic district, showcasing its architectural significance and charm. Let's talk about the West End. The West End, this area includes residential homes and beach properties. It features kind of a more relaxed, vacation-like atmosphere. It has historical sites such as the Galveston Seawall and historic hotels along the beach. Seawall Boulevard, a little bit about that. The seawall was built after the devastating hurricane of 1900. The seawall protects the city from floods and is lined with historical landmarks, parks, and public spaces that celebrate Galveston's resilience. After the hurricane of 1900, the seawall came to be, after the hurricane of 1900, where they essentially raised up the seawall about 12 feet, that whole part of the island, essentially 12 feet. That hurricane of 1900 was really the most significant thing to happen in Galveston history, and it was the largest natural disaster in American history to this day. Around 6,000 people perished in that. So that's a very significant part of Galveston's history, and when you go down the seawall, that's something to remember. And then you've got the Galveston Historic Seaport. This area highlights the maritime history of Galveston, showcasing its significance as a port city. The tall ships and maritime museums provide insights into the city's seafaring past. At one time, Galveston was also referred to as the Ellis Island of the South. So a lot of immigrants came through here. So you've got a lot of significant and varied history in Galveston. So these neighborhoods, they not only reflect the architectural beauty of the city, but also its history, its economic significance, and the cultural evolution throughout the years. Galveston's historical neighborhoods are a testament to its enduring legacy and charm.
So this is Murdoch's. It's kind of famous in Galveston. It's a little tourism shop, but I don't know if you've ever been to Hawaii and you see like the ABC stores. It's kind of that vibe. But this is one of the cooler tourist shops. I wouldn't normally recommend a tourist shop, but if you're looking for shopping and beach-related stuff, it's a good place to come. They got a lot of gear. A lot of Galveston gear, you got t-shirts, the clothing, and then a lot of home deco stuff. And you got stuff like this, right? And so if you've got a beach house or a beach vibe at your house, or you want a Galveston shirt, this is kind of a cool place to come. But that's not all. They do, it's just like any place, right? A lot of this type of thing. But even cooler, matter of fact, I think this hat I got on was bought here. Even cooler than that is the fact that, and cooler than the gear itself, which, some nice gear there. You gotta dig on that. Even cooler than that, you can buy a beer here, right? You can buy a beer and you can sit out here and sit out here, listen to some music, sit out here in a rocking chair, and while your wife or your husband shops or the kids are running around, you can sit out here and just have a cold beer. And, look, it's not a bad view. Thought I'd take my own advice. Land Shark Lager. It's been a while. Tasty beer. Good day drinker. Need something light for a day drinker. Yeah, maybe. Jury's still out on that. Tequila's Tex-Mex Cantina. Let's go check it out. See if we can get some grub and possibly a drink.
How funny.
And then what can I get you? I got the queso in there.
Okay.
I lied to you. I'm gonna put it in right now.
Got it.
And then what can I get you to eat?
Go ahead, Audrey.
I'll do the cheese enchilada meal.
Cheese enchiladas. Perfect. You already said cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese enchiladas. That comes with beans and rice. What kind of beans? We have taro beans or
We'll do refried.
refried. Cheese enchiladas. And then for you?
Question, what does the ceviche come with?
The ceviche with raw fish.
Yeah.
So you have the one that's 3. The ceviche comes with mahi. It comes with tuna, crab. It's all different flavors.
Okay, does it like,
Avocados, onions, tomatoes, pico de gallo, everything in it. Everything.
okay.
It's good. I mean, people do get it.
Oh, I love ceviche, it's just been a while.
And then we do have the one, I think it's not the island. This one right here, you get everything. You get the shrimp, and it's not that much more. That one has all 3 platters in it. It's shrimp, tuna, crab, fish.
Okay, I just have to avoid shellfish right now, but I love, anyways, let me,
So I'm trying to sound more professional.
I will, I guess I'm gonna go with the chicken quesadilla.
Chicken quesadilla.
Yeah.
And that doesn't come with anything.
So it doesn't come with sour cream or
No
guacamole.
beans, all that, but no beans
Okay.
or rice.
That's fine.
Chicken quesadilla,
Yeah.
cheese enchiladas, and you want everything correct? And your Rita's coming out there now.
Perfect. Thank you.
And we got some queso
Okay. Yep.
rolling, right?
Yes.
Cool. Thank you. How's yours, honey?
Definitely more than that.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be back here again. Tequila's Cantina, down here on the Strand. Look, you win some, you lose some. I hate to, I hate to besmirch any restaurant. I know these people are just trying to make a living. I know, the wait staff there are, everybody's got to eat, right? So the queso was too thick. The drink, my wife's drink had no flavor. My drink was decent, but it was blood orange, so it should have had a lot of flavor, right? The salsas had no flavor, and when they mixed up my wife's drink, they were like, well, hey, we didn't get your drink right. Would you maybe want this instead, like some other drink that she did not order? So it was a little bit off. We hit it out of the park yesterday with Bruchachos, and today with Tequila's Tex-Mex Cantina. We lost one, right? So you win some, you lose some. Nice people, nice place, good vibe in there, but the food just drastically lacked flavor. So would not recommend. And as much as I hate to like besmirch these places or tear them down, at the same time, I don't want people coming here and wasting their time and their money, right? Not much flavor there, would not recommend. That's my take.
So, just wrapped it up out here on our beach. Did a little dancing. And this is how to close out a trip to Galveston. And there she is. That's our beach at night. And I think there's not much to see, but there's a lot of ocean, a lot of wind, and a great place to do a little dancing with the wife. Perfect way to close out a trip to Galveston. Love it. Y'all be cool.
On every